What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today's video is gonna be I was thinking lately. It's been, I don't know, it's been difficult. It's kind of like, I think of what they call writer's block, where people who are authors, people who write books and stuff, they hit that wall where they're like, damn, what am I gonna write about? I think having a channel for as long as I've had it, since 2017, and over the last maybe 2 years, or about to be 2 years, really trying to grind out and do a video every day, it gets hard to come up with a new idea. And I mean, there's a lot of things I could bring up that I choose not to. So that makes it more difficult, at least for me and my platform. I have to feel comfortable with what I'm talking about. And you guys already know I don't ever want to glamorize it. But today something was on my mind and I said, you know what? Let's talk about that. I see in the comments, and not just on my channel, but I did scroll through other channels this morning because I wanted to see, is it on all these channels? And for the most part, it is. And that is people worried about prison conduct, basically, on the streets, where people will comment, is that dude active? Is this dude active? Are you active? And I'm going to keep it real. Whenever it's asked in my comments, I always laugh. It's the funniest shit to me, right? It's like, what are you concerned about? Are you here for the content or are you trying to gangbang? Because if you're trying to gangbang, you're probably, or at least you should be, from a hood, from a barrio, from a gang. And you already got enough enemies. Why are you seeking out more? Are you that super cholo, that super thug, that, like, I don't know. I really don't get it. I feel like if you are on the internet and that is your concern, there's probably a lot of things in your life that need your attention. And those things would help you grow. But instead, you're stuck in a box that you have placed yourself in. Sometimes when I do respond, like if people are in the comment section doing that during a live or something, I always tell them, listen, if you're really about that life, man, and you're not happy with the enemies you have right now, that you can go on Megan's Law, and your neighbors will pop up. So there's gonna be a few in your neighborhood, guaranteed. Every neighborhood has them. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, I remember one time in the shoe, some homies came from another pod, and they were doing the right thing. They really were. They had come with a message. They came from C9 to C10. Somebody had left C9 to C10. That dude was no good. He came to C10 to get a pass. There were 6 legends in C9, and they sent 2 vatos that were sellies over to C10 to pass on a message. Hey, that dude don't get a pass. So these dudes did the right thing. They got the message. They got the huila and got it directly to who it was supposed to go to in C10. That's what they were supposed to do. And what they chose to add on to their instructions on their own accord was they decided to let other homies in that pod know, hey, so-and-so that just came from 9 block, that vato ain't no good. the legends and 9 Block sent us over here to make sure this like wildfire. Pew! That thing went all through C10 that day. And there was a legend that the wheel that they brought was sent to a legend that's right there in our unit in C10, right? That legend was a tier tender as well. They let him out. He went to the front of the pod and he called those 2 vatos. Hey, so-and-so, so-and-so. Quema. You hear him? Yeah. And he said, the legend identified himself. This is so-and-so. And he told him, you got enough shit in your own motherfucking backyard. Keep your fucking nose out of mine. Life lesson, gentlemen. Going on social media and and acting like you are really like with that business, it really is a negative reflection on you. Again, you have enough enemies. If you're in that lifestyle, you have enough enemies. And you got enough in your own backyard to worry about. Whoever's on YouTube, to each their own. I don't badmouth none of them. I don't badmouth nobody. I don't concern myself with anybody's status. I don't give a fuck. My job is to put out content for you guys every single day with a message. Hopefully with the damn message. I want you guys to understand how serious it is if you get locked up in California. I don't know any other system, so I can't speak of it, but I understand it has to be dangerous in every state. But in California, it is extremely dangerous. It is extremely political. And those that are out here playing thug, playing gangster, there's nothing gangster about going on any social media platform, whether it's TikTok, IG, YouTube, and asking frivolous questions. It's got to be more to do in your life, right? You know, and like the other day, someone made a comment. And again, I'm not trying to single this individual out, but there's been more than one comment. People talking bad about that youngster Lefty Gunplay. And calling him a so-called Sureño, and he ain't a Sureño. It's like, who gave you the authority to decide that? Like, do you even run your own household? Because if your lady runs your household, or if you don't even have your own house, you really don't have the right to be talking about other men and what they are and what they're not. You know how much simpler people's lives would be if they focused on themselves? If they focus on bettering themselves, on achieving more personally? But you can't achieve your own personal greatness worrying about someone else's perceived flaws. It's not helping you. It damn sure ain't gonna impress nobody. And extremely, let me just say it that way. Extremely, I don't know even know if you can say it that way. It will extremely not impress a person who has lived that life. I was thinking yesterday about this whole, people saying this guy can't be this or this guy can't be that, or because he's a J-Cat in their eyes. I was thinking to myself, oh, and this one's even better. This one's better. Listen up. From the safety of their living room, the car they live in, the tent, wherever, these vatos, these are the best ones. The ones that don't like that I use the term legends. And they leave these comments, and you can go through my comments and you'll see them. A lot of times I'll delete them. But they'll say, since when is a Tecato a legend? Let me tell you something right now. Those of you that say that would never say that to one of their faces, because it would be the last fucking sentence out your mouth. You know that. They know that. We know that. Secondly, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, these vatos sure are brave. They never have a picture of themselves. And they always have it's not their real name and not their picture. They're making sure they're very extremely safe, right? But then I was thinking, you know what? These are also the vatos that if they wind up in the joint and they wind up around one of the legends, they will kiss ass like a motherfucker, right? Well, let me let you in on something. They don't like getting their ass kissed. They'll let you do your little dance. And when you walk off, they're going to tell one of the vatos they're closest, oh, bitch ass motherfucker, coward. That's how they see you. When a man bows down to kiss another man's ass, like, this fucking vato right here. So those of you that keep talking tough like that, it's the same ones. Hey, are you active? And then they talk bad about the legends. Which one you want to be? Social media is a trip, man. It is. So this video is just me just deciding to ramble for the day. Maybe I'll go live tonight. I don't know. It's the end of the month. I got to do the push. I could have come out with a better video today, possibly. But this is what was on my mind. It's been on my mind the last few days. Prison is very dangerous. Having been in prison is not an accomplishment, man. It's a failure. Getting out of prison and becoming successful in society, that's worth bragging about. That's worth being proud of. But for anyone, because now and then I'll get that too, oh, you think that because you're in prison? I don't think it's a badge of honor. I fucked up. I made horrible decision after horrible decision that led me to about 30 years of incarceration. Think about that. Excuse me. I'm not proud of that. But I know all of that made me the man I am now. It allows me to appreciate everything that I have. Even a bad day is a great day. Because I have a gauge. Anyways, that's going to be my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Do me a favor and leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about people out here pretending for about 5 minutes of the day when they're banging away on their keyboard or their phone and shit, right? Pretending that they hold themselves to a standard that when they were in prison, they didn't hold themselves to. Imagine that. Because the vatos that are in prison, that are on the playing field, that are real players in that game, not in the bleachers, they don't come out here and get on social media. They will never take a second to type some bullshit. It's always the ones on the outskirts that don't have the nuts to jump out on that playing field and put their fucking life on the line. It's always the ones in the background. Comadre shit. Anyways, that's my video for today. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.